There's been a lot of talk about identity lately, but how far does it go? And is it possible to be wrong? We went to the University of Washington to find out.
Are you aware of the debate happening in Washington State around the ability to access bathrooms, locker rooms, spas based on gender identity and gender expression?
I think people should be able to have access to the facility.
I think bathrooms could and potentially should be gender neutral because there doesn't need to be a classification for differences.
I think people definitely should have the ability to go into whichever locker room they want.
I feel like at least public universities should do their best to accommodate for those who do not have a specific gender identity.
You know, whether you identify as male or female and whether your sex at birth is matching to that, you should be able to utilize the resources.
So if I told you that I was a woman, what would your response be?
Good for you. Okay. Like, yeah.
Nice to meet you.
I'd be like, what? Really?
I don't have a problem with it.
I'd ask you how you came to that conclusion.
If I told you that I was Chinese, what would your response be?
I mean, I might be a little surprised, but I would say, good for you. Like, yeah, be who you are.
I would maybe think you had some Chinese ancestor.
I would ask you how you similarly came to that conclusion and why you came to that conclusion.
I would have a lot of questions just because on the outside I would assume that you're a white man.
My ultimate goal is to look like Jimin, my idol from BTS. I've spent about $150,000 to perfect my image. Hey guys, I'm finally Korean. I've transitioned. I'm so happy I've completed my look. I'm finally Korean, guys. I have the eyes. Just had a brow lift as well. So I'm so happy. Finally, I've been trapped in the wrong body for 8 years.
Let me share with the audience some of what I learned about you from the book. I learned that as a child at age 4, and put this up on the screen, when you were asked to sketch yourself, you sketched yourself as a black child. You fantasized that you were from Africa. When Aunt Becky wanted to get you a Raggedy Ann or Andy doll, you finished the story. What kind of doll did Aunt Becky get you?
Well, she actually made me a black Raggedy Ann and Andy doll.
How come?
Well, because she kind of recognized and seemed to understand my affinity for black as beautiful and black as inspirational.
You went to Howard University for your master's. You were raised with 4 adopted black siblings. You braided their hair. You married a black guy. I was thinking Caitlyn Jenner as I was reading the book. Is there an analogous situation here?
For sure, there's some similarity in terms of harmonizing the outer appearance with the inner feeling, in terms of, you know, stigmatized identity. Some people will forever see me as my birth category and nothing further, and the same with Caitlyn.
Is it possible that she might actually be black? Some of us are born cisgendered, some of us are born transgendered, but I wonder, can it be that one would be cis black and trans black? That there is actually a different category of blackness that is about the achievement of blackness despite one's parentage. Is that possible?
It's absolutely possible. I mean, why not?
I mean, we have been following your story, and you were never comfortable with your natural appearance,
no,
the one you were born with.
I like my natural blonde beauty, but also it's like tuning. If boys get a new car, they start tuning, and then they say, "Oh, it's a nicer result. Let's find a matching piece," and then it's going to be more and more. And if you see the car they got and they have now,
so it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
The place I'm in, it just takes my breath away. We haven't seen literally any African Americans here, which is such a positive, good thing. My ideal place to live actually would be right here. All the people here are Caucasian, so that's probably the reason why I most likely would fit in here the most, because I also am a Caucasian person.